Welcome to Portscatho car park. Andrew's dropped us off here, and from here we're getting back on the path. Glorious view considering it's been raining the last 24 hours. Look at that. Back on the path. Filling some gaps, which I'll tell you about in a few moments. Porthcatho village over there. Right, we're leaving Andrew to it. And we're now on our way on the coastal path. Pendower Beach, 2.5 miles. We've dropped our car off in Par, and Andrew has very kindly dropped us here at Porthcatho, and the next 3 days we're going to be walking from Portscatho to Par and staying in a few places in between. We're stopping in Portloe tonight, and then tomorrow night we're stopping in Mevagissey. We're going to live out of our rucksacks for the next 3 days with a couple of accommodations en route. So it's almost noon, and from Porthcatho to Portloe it's a 7.5 mile walk, so I think it's probably going to take us about 4 hours, and the guide states it is strenuous, but as heights go it's a shorter one, so I'm sure we'll put up with some of the strenuous route ahead. As mentioned earlier, we've had about 24 hours worth of rain, so the path is going to be slightly muddier today, I'd expect. Found a bench.
Yeah, we haven't hardly started the walk yet.
No, we haven't even done 1 mile. When you find a bench, you grab it.
3/4 of a mile.
3/4 of a mile, wow. Nice views though, eh?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Look at that. So over there, in the far distance, is Nare Head. That's probably a good 3 miles away. That's where we're heading for, before it then turns sharply left towards Portloe. So a little bit of a wooded area as it heads down towards the beach, which is Porthbean Beach. Now, we had our lunch just over there. But in hindsight, and hindsight is a wonderful thing, I would suggest you have lunch here. Someone's had a campfire on the beach by the looks of things. We're now heading this way. So over there straight ahead is Pendower Beach. It's like less than 2 miles now. And then from there we make our way to Nare Head. Nare Head is probably the focal point and midway on this particular stretch. And from here it looks amazing. Facing us now is Pendower Beach. Looking splendid in the sunshine. Okay, it's quite hilly, up and downy towards the beach. It's quite manageable. It's ascertaining our route. We can either go that way or that way. We're thinking this way. We went the wrong way. We should have taken the left-hand fork, which is the right way, because it's taken us to the road. We hope. We've come to the road. There's an acorn sign informing us to turn right here at the road. Pendower Farm. Get your farm produce and crab rolls. Crab roll, Elaine?
No, it needed to have said green teas and then I'll be straight there.
Stunning. So, although this route is described as being remote, there are the occasional refreshments.
It's not green tea.
Not a cream tea, but it will do. Nare Head, 1.5 miles. It'll be a bit further than that, but that's what it says. The signs around here aren't so good. We've just gone past some toilets here, and it says go up the hill for a short while and turn right. And here we are. So I'd actually say the signs around here are a little bit sparse to find your way from one path to another. But we found it. This is made up of Pendower Beach, and at the far end there is Carn Beach, which we're going to be walking along in a moment. I think this is a hotel of some sort. Don't quote me on that. I haven't seen a sign yet to tell me otherwise. It was a hotel. The Nare Country House Hotel. We've just had to circumnavigate round the back of that. So at this beach, we're now 3 3/4 miles from Portloe. So this is actually a halfway mark near enough. This is going to be our first real tester. We're going to have to drop down there to end up going back up where that couple is, and then head up. So this is Nare Head. Karen following the path round. It's now 3 o'clock. We've done about 4 3/4 miles. Other than climbing up to Nare Head, the route so far has been almost moderate. So this is the very end of Nare Head. Over there you can see the village. That's where we started this morning, Portscatho. And we've walked all the way along there, back of the beach to here. What do we have here then? So this was a bunker. This bunker is all that remains of a sophisticated decoy site, one of a network built across Britain. So these were actually decoys. Fascinating. Hello. That's our route ahead. So we're dropping down. We think it'll gradually go back up again and take us beyond that ridge and then down into Portloe. As the crow flies now, we have slightly less than a mile to go. Broom Park. Nice to be acquainted with you. Oh, we've been going up for quite a while here. This latter half does seem to be quite strenuous. It's probably walk of 2 halves really. First half has been lovely. This half, more ups and downs. And there we have it, the village of Portloe. Calling to us, and we're staying somewhere called the Ship Inn. It's the only place in this village that reasonably priced today. For B&B tonight it's £140 at the Ship Inn. It's one of the few places that we could find in Portloe. And tomorrow we're going to be walking just over 12 miles to Mevagissey in that direction. But for now we're still heading down into Portloe. I've just spotted where we're staying tonight, the Ship Inn. Just over there, white and blue, perfect. Gonna head down. Let's get into this village, shall we? This is where we came from, and that's where we're heading to tomorrow. So this is our room. We haven't fallen out. This is the only room they had available. Nice room. Tea making facilities. And the nice lady's just given us a jug of very cold water. And we have a bathroom, shower, sink and toilet. And down there is the beer garden. Doors on the door.
Exactly, 8 miles to the bedroom. I'm too embarrassed to show you how long it took us. Oh, actually 3:39. But we've total time 5:18. But we sat for lunch, we had a cup of tea at a cafe, we enjoyed the view. So 3:39, 8 miles. Yeah.
Well, that's what it's all about.
It's all right, isn't it? But yeah, bang on. Elevation, let's have a little look at that. That's always interesting, is it not?
Half a mountain.
1655. But it was very warm today as well.
Yeah, it's been very impressed with the size of these mugs. All hotel and B&Bs should have large mugs in the rooms. This definitely ticks the box.
So, a plan was hatched to do 3 days of walking to fill up our little gap here. Now, as there's no really good bus services, we decided to do another walk through. So Friday night we drove all the way from Worcestershire down to Plymouth, where we stayed with our nephew Andrew. The next day we were planning to drive to Par, leave our car here and then get a taxi to Portscatho. But Andrew very kindly said he would take us. Thank you, Andrew, you're a star. So we did park our car in Par, and Andrew drove us to Portscatho, where we walked to Portloe. It was a beautiful day and we had beautiful accommodation.
We hope you've enjoyed today's vlog and hike. Don't forget to click the like button and feel free to drop a comment. We also have a dedicated playlist of our Southwest Coast Path journey to date. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next hike.